motivate. You don't want that blood, sweat, tears.
All right. You all know why we're here and what we came to do this year. This is only the beginning of a very long season, but Game 1 means just as much as Game 82. Now, we have some new faces here that I really expect to make an impact for us this season. We've already seen flashes of what they can do for us, but I expect all of you to go out there and execute just like we did in camp. Ain't no more excuses. It's time to get serious. If we play our brand of basketball, there's no telling where this team can go. So get out there, get warm, and let's go win this game.
There we go. My first NBA game. This is something I've been waiting for my entire life. And to be honest, I'm a little bit nervous. But I know this is where I belong. So I just gotta get out there and do what I was born to do. I hope I can make my family proud.
Welcome, everybody, to the day we've all been looking forward to. The start of a new NBA season on 2K Sports with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. And stepping out onto the floor now for his very first official NBA playing time. We're going to check out our first glimpse of professional basketball from Freak.
Yeah, and whether he has friends and family in the crowd tonight or watching at home, I know a lot of people are proud of this young man. He's worked so hard to achieve this goal.
Yeah, and the future's bright for him, Greg. Not just tonight.
And a momentous occasion, folks, as that basket represents the very first official NBA scoring tabulation from Freak.
You know, you got to be happy for him. I mean, that's a great way to open up his NBA scoring account.
Well, everybody is happy to see him put the first points of his career on the board. Coaches, fans, teammates, everybody.
And guys, this 76ers team still trying to forge an identity. One thing that is sure, they will attack the basket, and a lot of fearless players on this roster.
Well, with Freak, Clark, there was a question whether he would stay another year in college. Really was a tough decision for him, but he ended up coming out after his freshman year.
And Kevin, it's really hard to blame a guy like Freak for doing that. I mean, he's clearly NBA ready. He's putting a lot at risk for every year he stays in school when he could be on the NBA clock.
The Celtics making a switch here. Olynyk checked in. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Brad Stevens and I got a chance to talk for a bit. Coach said that even though this is the first meeting of the year, he didn't expect there to be much of a feeling out period between the teams. He said, listen, we have a group of guys that can all score and do it in a hurry. I expect us to come right at them and test their defense early on. They'll definitely be on the attack, guys.
Okay, Doris, thanks. So they'll be focusing first and foremost on their offense today, guys.
Yeah, that's the plan. I'm sure they're not going to ignore their duties at the defensive end, but getting their offense rolling has to be a main concern.
And I think that's exactly the focus. I mean, if they operate as efficiently as they're capable of, defense really won't be as much of an issue because they'll have so many points on the board.
Outside Bradley. Misses the three. 76ers trailing 3-on-3. Freak with it. Thomas is on him. And that one's good. Freak's got 5 now. And here we see the debut of Freak, the kid from Harlem. His first time on an NBA floor. And Clark, it's a moment that he's worked very hard to achieve, and his family has got to be proud.
Extremely so, Kevin. It's been a long journey for him, but every level along the way, he's found success. High school phenom, playing for a college championship. I wouldn't bet against this kid on anything when it comes to basketball.
High post shot. No good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
It's blocked, and that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. And while we can, here's a look at the teams that had the fastest hands in the league last season. The 76ers, number 1.
Yeah, and because of that, Kevin, they were one of the best defenses last year as a team. I mean, they led the league in steals, and that's not an easy thing to do. I mean, that's hard work and concentration.
It's Bradley on the wing. There's a screen. And there's the feed to Olynyk. Clock at 6. Turner with a screen on Noel. Here's Crowder. And it's Noel with the rebound. For Philadelphia, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Kicks it to Freak. Launches a 3. Good. Freak's got a couple of threes now in the first for the 76ers. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
And Thomas, here we go. No one near Turner as he lets it go. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And because it's still early, I wouldn't read too much into it. There's still a lot of game left.
Now Thomas, he's got 8. Feeds it to Olynyk. Okafor with the steal. Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Thomas.
Move the ball.
Now here's Freak. 11 points in the game. The rebound by the Celtics. Outside Turner. Pass to Bradley. And there's a minute 45 left in the first quarter. The pass to Thomas. Unloads. It's blocked. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Some changes for Boston. Tyler Zeller comes in for Jay Crowder, and Smart subbed in for Avery Bradley.
And guys, as much as Isaiah Thomas can help you on offense, at times he can hurt you on the defensive side. Immediately posted up by whomever. Whenever he's guarding, you have to give help, and of course that leaves your defense vulnerable, particularly on the weak side and controlling that defensive backboard.
There's the pick. To the middle. Can they get it? Connects. The jumper drops. Zeller's got his first bucket of the night.
Really nice dime dropping there. Playmaking ability is exactly what you get from Isaiah Thomas.
Greg, you're talking about Isaiah Thomas before. Certainly his short stature limits him on Clark, the defensive side.
Yeah, but you know what? He doesn't rack up a ton of steals, given his instincts and quickness. I think he really focuses on making his impact at the offensive end. It's still early, but they've started to establish themselves on the glass here.
Yeah, scrapping, Clark, for each and every rebound. They are not backing down. And how about the grasp they had on the game plan for this one?
You know, I know it's early, but I don't think I'm going out on a limb when I say we could be headed for a blowout unless something dramatically changes and fast.
Here's Smart. The rebound by Grant.
Hey, I like creativity and a circus finish as much as anybody. But you better be sure you got a chance to make it.
There's the pick. Dishes it to Freak. Drops in the tray. Freak's got 22.
You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the lead they've jumped out to already. What a start.
Well, earlier we sat down with Freak and asked him about playing in his first NBA game.
You know, I've thought about this moment my entire life. Now that it's finally here, the feeling's pretty crazy. But I know it's just the beginning. I got a lot of hard work ahead of me to get to where I want to go, to be the best player and the best teammate I could be. But this is an exciting first step, no doubt.
You know, Clark, you don't see that kind of perspective for most rookies, do you?
You really don't.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. The 76ers leading by 13, so on the floor for Philadelphia. Freak, he's in at point guard. Robert Covington out there with Noel. Then there's Okafor, and it's Cannon in at the shooting guard. They set the pick. Bradley kicks to Crowder. Here's Olynyk. Here's Mickey, and good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Mickey's got his first 2 points. Freak with it. Thomas is there. And that one's good. Freak.
Kevin, he's definitely making his presence felt here in the first half. He's been very effective so far.
Outside Bradley. Feeds it to Crowder. Wide open. Count it. And the 76ers lead has been cut back down to 13 with the basket coming from Olynyk. Philadelphia's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark. Shooting the 3-ball well. Here's Freak. No luck. Now Boston takes it the other way. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
And Noel throws it down.
And the defense out of position on that possession, which allowed for him to get that offensive board.
Well said. Yes, he did. You're right, Greg. That's a tremendous jam on the putback.
What a great nose for the basketball he has, and such a strong finisher as well.
And Thomas, here we go, and it's good. Thomas got 10 points in the game.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And it doesn't look like they'll be giving up on any plays tonight either. Their offensive rebounding has also been equally as impressive.
Passes to Olynyk. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. And it's 7 points for Kelly Olynyk.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play. Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one for Freak. He's got 27 points, and he's unleashed a barrage of three-pointers on him.
And Clark, you can tell they're good right now when the ball leaves his hand. He has racked up a ton of points.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter, but right now he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
Bradley kicks to Thomas. There's the pick. 6 on the shot clock. The 3. Got a piece of it. Out of bounds. Celtics ball as Boston keeps possession. Here's Crowder. Hits the jumper in space. We've got 1:18 left to play in the first half. Here's Freak.
Not the guy you want to put on the line, Kevin. He's an ATM from the free throw line.
And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight. Free throw good. Freak.
Well, you know, last season I thought the Celtics made some strong waves in the East. I mean, they kept fighting and fighting all season long, and they ended up in the playoffs because of that never give up attitude.
They set the pick. Outside Bradley. Thomas passes to Crowder. Outside Thomas. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Thomas got 13.
He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.